Remember, your death is necessary, yet honorable. State your worst fear truthfully, for if you lie, no honor or peace after death awaits you. When the 10th person states their fear, we will send you to the realm. We would be listening. Don't break your cover. Once you leave this earthly plane, you know what to do. He's gaining his strength. The blood of 9 lives should do it. Start with 4, then kill 4 more, before killing the last. Your life must then end when you return, and it must be done with a pair of scissors. Signal us in your mind when you are ready to return, and we will make the necessary preparations for your death.
Everything is nice. Everything is calm. Everything is peaceful until you're gone.
10 friends, 1 traitor. 9 robed cultists were in a secret room underneath the house. Their identities were hidden by shadow, but their leader spoke in a decrepit voice, as if he were nearly dead. Robert Smith, Samantha Hall, George Hanabayashi, Stephen Whittaker, Klaus Felder, Elizabeth Watson, Kerry Goldstein, Louis Claw, Liu Zhongli, and Mizu Hanamichi were all hanging out upstairs watching horror movies together, laughing and eating popcorn. Then one of the friends asked a fateful question.
Hey guys, in the spirit of the movies we're watching, what would you say is your biggest fear? I'll go first. Mine is failure. I'm terrified of not amounting to anything in life, you know?
This was surprising. The traitor did not initiate the conversation, but instead, it was Robert Smith. The cultists and the traitor made note of this.
That makes sense, but that's so weird. 'Cause mine is the opposite. I'm afraid of success. With success comes change. And this all terrifies me. I'm actually working it out in therapy. How about you, Sam? Well, actually, I'm afraid of success too. I'm glad I'm not the only one, but it still sucks, my dude. Let's go around clockwise, I guess. So, Carrie, you're next. What's your biggest fear?
Carrie shied a bit into herself for a moment, but then she sighed.
I guess I'm afraid of dying in general. The idea of dying and traversing into the great unknown terrifies me.
That was friend number 4. Group 1 was done, and Group 2 was next. The cultists were surprised by the order in which they shared their fears, but the plan carried on regardless.
This got too real. I'm also afraid of death, but more specifically, drowning. It's actually why I stay away from water. How about you, Liz? This may be a bit of a downer, but I'm afraid of dying alone. Oh, hon, do you need a hug? You're with friends. Try not to think about loneliness. Thanks, Leo. I'll gladly take a hug. Okay, thanks for that. Anyway, Leo, what's yours? Mine is getting kidnapped. The idea of being taken hostage helplessly terrifies me more than anything. That gave me chills. Mine is somewhat similar. I'm afraid of getting stranded somewhere and left to die. Alright, George, you're up.
Group 2 just finished. Just 2 more friends to go.
I have trust issues that I've been working on. Still, at this point in my life, my greatest fear is one of my friends betraying me and it costing me my life in the process. Alright, Lewis, last one. Alright, I'll share mine. And then, let's change topic. If we're all trying to feel scared for the movies to be more effective, then it worked. But all this talk of fear and death is completely messing with the good vibes. Anyway, my biggest fear is to suffer a painful death. I try not to think about it, but I want to go peacefully, unaware, and without pain, like in my sleep, for example. The idea of suffering, like slowly bleeding out or burning alive, terrifies me. It's one thing to see it in a movie, but to witness it or experience it in real life would be literal hell. But enough about that. What should we watch next?
The mood lightened as they discussed happier topics, but the dark plan was still in motion. The order was off, but the 10th person had finally shared. The traitor was ready, and the cultists could begin the ritual. Their words echoed in the traitor's mind.
You know what to do. You must realize their worst fears as well as your own. Time works differently there. Anyone left in that realm is as good as gone. Your cover must not be blown, and you must be the last one to die. Keep your guard up, act the part, and don't raise their suspicions. You must die here, not there. If you die there, all is lost. We are all doomed, and you bring forth Armageddon. You've trained your whole life for this, and you've come so far. Make us proud.
As these words faded into silence, the room went black. What at first it seemed like the power went out became more terrifying as the surrounding walls were ripped away from reality. The feeling of earthquakes in the dark and the eldritch sounds of their reality being ripped to shreds terrified the friends as they all screamed in unison. They couldn't understand what was going on. This felt like the twisted plot of an anime or video game. It couldn't be real, but it was. breaking of space and time had ceased, they found themselves in a realm of true darkness, and then suddenly a light appeared. The only light that could be seen was shining in the near distance, beckoning them to it. They reached out for each other in the dark, calling out names and trying to hold hands as not to get separated. 9 friends were staying close together, but they couldn't find Lewis.